Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Anta Diop. With the abatement of cold toward the end of the Ice Age about 10,000 years ago, a group of these Cro-Magnons moved to the north. This stock would give rise to the Scandinavian and Germanic branches. A first group detached itself from the northern branch at the yet undetermined time, but surely at a time posterior to 10,000 years ago. This group occupied the eastern part of Europe and then descended all the way to Scadia at the outskirts of the meridional cradle, the Slavs. Other branches probably descended the Rhine and the Danube rivers to Caucasia and the Black Sea. From thence would originate the secondary migrations of the Celts, the Iberians, and the other Indo-European tribes who did not under any circumstance come from the heart of Asia. One therefore sees how this illusion was created. Around 2200 BCE, the Greeks separated themselves from the northern branch and in the north-south migration arrived in Hellas. The Latins, much later perhaps, occupied Italy, where they found the descendants of the Alpine race, the Umbrians, mixed probably with the Sicilians and the Scavians and the Pelesians, who must have been a type close to that of the pre-Latins. In 1421 BC, the explosion of the Santorini island of the Cyclades had migratory consequences that have been neglected and not studied until now. This event may explain the great migration of the Nordics towards India, whence the name Indo-European or Indo-Aryan. See page 102, as well as my work in the Unité culturelle de l'Afrique noire, Présence africaine, 1959. A fraction of the group that migrated toward India and who had to pass between the Caspian and Black Seas must have necessarily lived near the Greeks, as witnessed by the study of the Moors and customs. See page 122, Unité culturelle, his previous work. Even in modern times, Goethe will sing of this irresistible pull toward the south of France on northern Europeans. And he gives the song poem. Do you know the land where the lemon tree blooms, where the golden oranges and the somber foliage shines? A soft wind in the blue sky blows. The myrtle is always erect and still, and the laurel standing. Do you know it? Over there, I must take you there. Oh, my love. The last migrations of the Nordics are those of the Vikings in the Middle Ages. Thule, Iceland, and the Polar Circle are the mythical lands of the ancestors of the gods Ossian, Wotan, etc. The Saxons separated themselves from the trunk of the continental Germany in order to populate England. Thus, the Nordics and the Germans were born in the north following the on-site adaptation of the Cro-Magnon. They never came from Asia or from Caucasia, What happened was just the opposite. The secondary gyratorial migrations that started from these regions complicated the facts and gave the impression at times of the initial movement from Western Asia. And I will leave it right there and continue back off. Thank you. I'm your bro, Riley. Civilization or barbarism?